Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And we had
Fire. It was fire. The room's still spinning off one shot.
We had some Evan Craig, and that's some pretty good stuff. You definitely get your bang for the buck out of that.
Yeah.
Want to give a shout out to a good friend of the channel, Primetime Treasure Hunter, with his live show after hours. Check him out. Today it's the Elite 8 Thrift Battle.
We don't even make that. That's sad.
No, we did not. It's Yvonne Thrift Rich versus two Aussie thrifters.
All right, let's get back to the shot. So I asked Papergoy if we could do a second shot because that'd be really crazy, like Crazy Mr. Magazine. He said no. So if anyone wants me to do a second shot,
no.
Make the comments.
No.
Why is this room spinning? Look at.
Yeah, those are very bright lights.
All right.
Broadway bright lights. Are people here?
People are here, and here we go. The delightful Dawn is in the house, like always, and she's early, first out the box. I congratulate you. Thank you so much. You're not alone anymore. Just remember, if you know Mr. Magazine, you're never alone. Never alone. Delightful Lori's in the house. Delightful Michael, as always, and Delightful Michael number 2 is in the house. Delightful Michelle, Delightful Dave, and Delightful One Gal's Treasure for you. All right, let's get this party started.
I think we're all a little bit behind you. Thank everybody for showing up. Good show tonight. I actually was a little bit. I was actually a little bit off when we shot some videos beforehand, and I didn't tell Mr. Magazine where I was. He wasn't able to come over till 6 o'clock. One of my coworkers retired today.
Oh,
So
good
we
for
all
them.
met at a bar.
You're so jealous.
I'm very jealous. We
You're
all
so
met at a
jealous.
bar, and I had a beer over there, and
Good for you.
came back home. But I am very jealous. But then I realized I have 99 weeks. So it's like 99 bottles of beer in the wall.
Yeah,
I was thinking do that and drink a bottle every week, and before you know it, we're done.
Local Joe, when are you going to stop in with some mags? Come on. Let's get something going here.
And speaking of Local Joe, I saw him out at the bottle show this last week, and bring those Newsweek magazines. I want to buy those off you. All right.
I like to do my own bottle show in the other room and do another shot.
There we go. So how's sales been for everybody? Really curious on this one. Oh,
yeah.
That's not a good sign.
I'm not,
magazine.
skip me. I'm not real happy. Sales are definitely dipping on both platforms. I know it's that time of year, but still, I got like 400,000, 500,000 items. I should be selling more stuff. I shouldn't have to put everything on sale just to create sales, but I got to do what I got to do.
Now you use sales on Amazon also?
Right now I've been testing it out. Yeah, right now. So, usually I don't price my stuff lowest on Amazon, in case I do a sale. So say something's $20, I'll price it at 23 or 25. If we do the sale, then I'm right at the bottom. So,
How's everybody else's sales? Today was, I'm not sure if the right word.
Peaked.
Definitely let me know in the comments whether the right word is horrid or abysmal, because I'm not really sure which is the right word. I've sold 3 items today. It's terrible today. However, since last week's show, I've had a good period of time, so I can't argue. Today was the first really dead day.
Well, when Michelle says sales are sucking, so we know it's everyone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Slow, especially the last few days. There we go. Yep. Mr. Magazine is in a fun mood. Yeah, super.
Well, just so everyone's aware, I did buy a vehicle. I'm not sure if I'm going to fit in the vehicle, so I'm going to the gym tonight right from here.
Would you buy well, the clown cars can fit a lot of people, so you don't have to worry about
It's not a clown car.
Oh, it's not.
It can hold 2 of you if we're lucky, so I'm in trouble.
It's not a clown car.
Yeah.
There were a couple of clowns.
Yeah, sales.
Sales slow,
there we go.
Sales sucking.
So it's not
good.
just me. I can't get mad. It's not me.
Yeah. Horrendous. That's a good word.
Yeah. See the lights. Does not see the light.
Slow this week.
Yeah.
Both words seem to describe sales this week. There you go. So
Right.
abysmal and horrid are tied half and half.
And usually if Amazon's good and eBay is not, I think it's an eBay thing, but they're both down. So it is what it is. We just have to deal with it and get through it. That's all.
That's true. Yeah, like I said, 3 items today is not good. Yesterday was okay, very slow for One Gal's Treasure.
Definitely not a smart car. 650 horsepower. It's going to eat up a lot of gas. So no, it's a stupid car. And then stupid for me buying it, but I need a toy for the next year or 2. So it is what it is.
Oh wow.
We should really have the drink right here.
Oh, yes.
Right at our
should.
disposal. 'Cause
Yes,
we're not going to
should.
leave and go in the other room, but we could do one if it was right here.
We'll get on that for next show. Oh, say hi to her?
The delightful Linda is in the house. How's it
Okay,
going?
there you go.
We're glad you made it. And right now, everyone's sales are dismal.
They are dismal. That's
I don't
another
hope
good
yours
one.
are, but if they are, at least join the crowd.
Join the crowd. That's true. Misery loves company. We're all miserable. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
See,
Trying to smile.
yeah.
This big death pile stuff.
my problem is I don't have any employees. Let's see. One of them has COVID, my manager. So now I got to do the work of the owner and manager. Another employee is off for the week because a relative died and he's handling the estate. And then we got our employees that don't like to work at all that are working a little bit. So we're not getting much listed, which really hurts a lot. But
No, it definitely does. Yeah.
hopefully next month. I did hire.
Actually, now that you mention that, I I go off my number of items listed based off of how many auctions I have going because I list everything into auction at first.
Yeah.
And I had 250 to 300 items up at auction. So that in 1 week I listed 250.
It seems like a lot for you,
That's
right?
an awful
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. Good.
I'm down to 88 right now.
Okay.
So some level of my lower sales could be that I'm not listing a lot of new stuff.
Okay.
That could be part of it as well
Yeah.
because definitely I do notice
Yeah.
that when I have a lot of stuff listed, things definitely are selling.
Yeah. So yeah, I hired a new employee. She's starting Monday. It's a lister, and she's petite. And she guess what she says.
What is she
I'm
saying?
willing to do manual labor. If you want me lifting heavy stuff, I'm the person for that job.
Oh, that's good to hear though.
And and the dudes around the warehouse are 3 times her size, and they don't even say that. So I think we got a good one coming here.
Gotta
So
keep her.
we'll see how it goes.
Oh, a big important thing though. I did sell a couple
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. I did sell a couple of items internationally finally. I think I sold 3 to 4 items internationally. I'd
Now
gone
that you
10
mention,
days with nothing.
yeah. Now that you mention, I've been not selling many at all. A couple a week maybe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I sold 3 to 4 in the last week. But after going 10 days without any, I
Yeah.
definitely did notice.
I don't
that
know
for
what's
sure.
going on. That's crazy.
Anybody else having any international sales? Good to know that because again, I'm hadn't been
Yeah.
selling a lot.
Nothing
Like I
you
said,
can
I
do
sold a
about
couple.
it. It is what it is.
And definitely did sell one item on $1 Million Peddlers, and apparently the Etsy boycott continues, and they continue to boycott my stuff. Isn't that nice that I'm the poster child for the Etsy
Yeah.
boycott? And nothing on Vivs-Views, nothing on Papergoy.com, so all the sites are kind of quiet right now.
Gosh, crazy. Yeah.
How about buys? Anybody out there buying? It's buying season.
Well, my 2 big buys from the previous week has got us. We're knee deep in magazines right now, so nothing big this week. The usual stuff, some cards, small magazine deals, nothing crazy. So which is good because I want to slow down
You got
the
nobody to list it.
no one to list, but slow down the buying and build up my money because I am a little tight right now. So I'm feeling a little bit of a squeeze. We're doing all right, but if something big comes along, I get a little nervous. I need a certain amount of zeros in my account for my cushion, and I don't have that right now. So
I got a lot of zeros after the decimal point.
I might have to borrow from you then. Or
After the decimal point, yeah. Yeah, that'll work well. That'll work really well.
All right, delightful Trina's in the house. How's it going?
Only one international, UK. Okay, yep. So
Yeah.
it's not just me. People not getting as much back from taxes. Also, they're getting sticker shock at the. Oh, I don't know if
Oh,
I'd mentioned this on
God.
the show or
So
not.
true, so true.
But I had sticker shock when I was grocery shopping. True story, and I was grocery shopping at Aldi's. When you have sticker shop at
That
Aldi's,
is it's funny.
it's
Well,
absolutely
you
true,
can't buy
though.
prime rib there. You're going to pay more than you would for Salisbury steak at Wegmans. So I mean, it's just how it is.
I wasn't trying to buy prime rib. I think I
No.
was trying to buy like toothpicks. And it's like going, well, this is the cost of 2x4s. What the heck are they doing here?
Pressure treated plywood boards.
Exactly. It must be high-end toothpicks I'm buying.
Ah, God.
That's crazy though. No,
Yeah.
prices are crazy.
Things
out
will
there.
pick back up. I just don't know how long it's going to take. It's I don't know, a couple weeks, a month, who knows. But we got to weather the storm.
No international sales in a very long time. Yeah. So you wonder too.
Nice, delightful Lori, buying some new cards.
You wonder about that on the international. Are the international buyers not coming to the eBay site, or because we listen to that place that I always forget about, Web Interpret.
Yeah.
So we're even listing stuff directly on, and I've only sold one item overseas from one of the international websites. So or maybe they're just not buying in the international markets as well.
I think I had that one multi-magazine deal. I think that was really it for me.
I have an antique French magazine, 1904, covered out in great shape. Do you ever cut the ads out and sell them separately? I do not. I do not. I don't know how well French ads would sell, especially in America.
Like French fry ads would sell, like vintage French fry ads probably.
Especially if they came with the product on them. It makes you, if they have American items on there, in other words, like say you had the 1904 ad for Kodak, that might be worth pulling out and selling things like that. But I probably would just sell it as is.
Like Ford Model T.
Yeah, if they had some of the old cars.
Early watches from that era got to be huge. Yeah, definitely.
But I probably would just sell it as it is, and accept that somebody else might be breaking it all up. Whoa, lots of buying last week, and everything that we bought is listed as of today. Nice.
Nice, so jealous.
Nice. I still have lots of inventory enough to buy when I get good deals. Yeah, we've said it all the time. You got to buy when the deals are there because you never know.
No, if everything I bought last week was listed today, we'd have 200,000 items on eBay. Instead, we got 155. But
wow,
moving on.
You made some buying last week then. Yeah, again, I don't know though how well foreign ads sell. That's the whole thing. I think some of them are absolutely beautiful. Some of them are absolutely beautiful, but I don't know how well they would sell. There's a lot of eBay glitches. Oh, don't even get me into there. All right, Michelle, I'll jump ahead for that. Fine.
Oh, jeez. Going out of order today.
We are going out of order. Glitch of the week. Well, you, Mr. Magazine, had one of the glitches of the week.
I'm not in any shape to remember this one. I'm going to be honest with you.
You had an item removed for violating adult policy.
I did.
What was it?
We don't know.
He literally, and I got the email right over here, it literally said, we have removed the item for violating the adult policy.
Did I tell you what happened with the phone call?
It was literally blank.
Yeah. So, did I tell you about this?
No.
So I had my manager, my sister, call up. She always does the dirty work for me at eBay. And the first call, they did not know what it was at first because it was blank. So they figured it out, and it was the same glitch every time with these photos being in the wrong category for the adult. Well, they're not adult photos, but cheesecake risque photos. Again, we have a ticket for 3 times that it's an eBay glitch. This person said, we don't know what's going on. Let me look into it. My sister got disconnected. But the person was being very nice and helpful and understood, and they thought at that point that was the issue. The next person we call back, not so nice. It's an issue. It's our fault. We said, no, we just talked to someone else. We have a ticket, blah, 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 blah. Let us look into it. So after being on hold for 15 minutes, they finally get back. And they say, yes, it was in the wrong category. That's our issue. But
Was it in the wrong or the right?
We were right.
Okay.
It was their glitch there. But there's still a violation. We're not using the new drop down.
Oh.
And I said, okay, we've been doing this for 2 years selling these photos. We got 3,000 photos. How would we know to use this after this time? What date was this in effect? Well, they didn't know. They just said it had to do it. Luckily, my guy did it in bulk. But the point is, like, how would you really know that?
Especially when you get a blank email.
Right, exactly. But I think what happened was they didn't want to take blame for the other one, so they're finding something else to blame.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we did fix it. Everything's going to new drop down. We're good to go. Moving on.
Wow.
Crazy.
That is
All
crazy.
right. Delightful Don's in the house. What's up, Enforcer? French ads would sell. Hey, sure, of course you would think that. We know where you're from.
Oh, wow. People like to feel bougie. Oh, look at that. Bougie. Got a few messages this week from happy buyers saying the system won't let them leave feedback. So many issues. And that leads into other issues that there were. I had an eBay shipping issue. I couldn't print it out. Finally figured it out when I went to print it on PayPal. I printed a postage on PayPal. Mm-hmm. The guy had an apostrophe in his address. And for some reason, the PayPal shipping would not accept it with the apostrophe in his address. His street, he put an apostrophe in there. So I had to print it elsewhere in order to even get it to work.
Crazy.
So that was another glitch. Then I had another one where pictures would not load on Monday. I just had the little circle going
Yeah.
and going and going and going. It was like the Energizer bunny there. And eventually, what I ended up doing is I just went, saved it as a draft, went back to it, pictures loaded immediately. I said, what
I think
the
Michael
heck
had
is
that
going
same
on?
issue.
Okay,
He had to
so-
log back in. It was a loop over and over again.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, and then there was, according to e-commerce bites, what was the other day, and just talk amongst yourself while I try to figure out what the heck page it was. It was
So
on
anyway,
Monday.
so anyways, go ahead.
It was on a Monday afternoon. Buyers and sellers got locked out from 3:45 to 5 p.m. Eastern.
Wow.
Nobody, it just kept asking you to log in, and when you logged in, it just kept, you weren't able to do anything, kept asking you to log in. You got stuck in loops where you weren't
Yeah.
able to get in. So for an hour and 15 minutes, basically, nobody was able to make any sales whatsoever, which tells you they're doing lots and lots of work on the site, which
Okay.
is not a good thing, which leads into the next question out there. Has anybody out there, I believe Dawn has anybody else had to use the new listing template, and what do you think of it?
Yeah, I don't list. Sorry.
No, but I'm sure people out there have had it. Talk Elon into buying eBay. There you go.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is because on million.dollar.peddlers, they're forcing me to use the new listing template, and it is not good. From what I see, and again, I'm only using it on one site, I'm only listing one item a day using it, it adds time. It probably adds 30 seconds to a minute to each item that I list, because the way it was before, you could just, everything was right there and you could just click and make changes. Now you have to click to get into the area to make changes. So it's adding extra clicks to you to be able to change it, and trying to get the item specifics is atrocious. Now I was on Primetime's Facebook group, and what people are doing over there, and this might help you a little bit, what people are doing over there is they're just listing the minimum that they need to list in order to get the item listed. Then they're going into their seller hub
Oh,
and
what a nightmare. though.
doing
Yeah.
the specifics, because they're finding
Jeez.
that a lot easier than doing the specifics right on the listing itself. So
Wow.
it is a nightmare, and I'm only using it once a day on one of the places that I list at. And it's terrible.
Delightful Lori's got a solution here. Oh, I'd like to, but you can't do this SKU. Oh, that's not good either.
That's not good for me,
Yeah.
given that I use it. Supposedly, because it does come up on my million.dollar.peddlers, supposedly it's hidden up there in one of those little areas, and if you click on it, it will open up. But where it is, I don't know
Yeah.
offhand. It happens to be up on the million.dollar.peddlers, so I'm able to find it at least.
Yeah. We got the delightful Lake Erie resellers in the house and delightful Jack's Jewels as well. How's it going?
But we were talking a little earlier. Oh, yeah, like button hit. There we go.
There we go. Delightful Linda. Thank you.
We were talking a little bit earlier about buys. Mr. Magazine, when he walked into the house, saw a buy that I had.
Yep, it stood out. The old Fleetwood Mac Rumors record. That's Papergoy's favorite record to talk about. I don't know if anyone realized it. That's his Win magazine of records. Okay, if anyone knows this.
So I went over to a gentleman's house that I had spoken about that I was going to do a buy with. 450, he said between 400 to 500 records. I really didn't do much of a look through them. I just said, look, why don't we just go right in the middle, say 450 of them, give you $1 a record, $450. He goes, well, I
Yeah.
can count them. What if you get home and there's 420? I said, I'm not going to count them and say there's 420. I'm happy. I said, if I go home and I count them, there's 470. I don't care. I said, there's
Right.
about 450 of them. We're both happy with that. He said, oh, I could do that. Really good stuff. Van Halen, Led Zeppelin, Doors,
Nice.
Fleetwood Mac Rumors, mostly all rock and roll stuff. Now I just got to figure out how I'm going to sell it, which I may end up choosing what not to sell it on. I don't know yet, but I know that at that price, I'm not going to lose money
Yeah.
on it.
How much to sell them all? Quick flip. I'm hiring a record lister.
Are you? Well, we can talk.
Sure.
We'll talk after the show. I also went to. Here's the crazy part about those, though. I spent as much money on supplies to ship out the records as I did on the records themselves. It cost you about $1 a record to ship
What
them
did
out.
What did you think when you saw the price of all the supplies? Forget it.
I said
Supplies?
supplies. That's exactly what I
All
said. Yes. But yeah, it costs about $1 a record to ship a record out. I don't know if you realize that's about what the record costs are at this point
Yeah.
between everything.
Sure,
It's
absolutely.
running
Yeah.
about $1 a record to
And
ship
it takes
things out.
longer to pack that than simpler items. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You got the sleeve, you got the insert, the
Boy,
bubble wrap.
somebody's trying to talk me out of selling these, or talk me out of selling them on whatnot. He had comic books as well. He had some pretty good stuff. He's not really looking to sell those right now, but I took a look at it. I said, as long as I get the option to buy them, I don't need
Yeah.
them right now.
Right.
So I'm going to touch base with him in a couple of months. He kind of wants to sell them off in parts. So
Yeah.
hopefully I end up getting those. He's got Classics Illustrated, which I collect, so I'll be happy buying those as well. So it should be good.
Delightful doing it in the house. What's going on?
Back to sales real quick. The one gentleman that we watch his sales every week, he did have 31 last week. From we watch his sales from Sunday to Sunday. He had 31, so it was an okay week there. Yep.
Yep, I do like them, and I like storing them apparently for years and years. But maybe with this new lister, maybe she'll, list 78s for me. We'll see how it goes. She's certainly starting with 45s, no doubt.
So I went to the flea market, and we've got a video coming up next Monday, as long as Random Neighborhood Kid gets it off my phone. At least one, a haul video. I don't want to give away too much, but I did fairly well at the flea market, and there was some decent stuff out there. I've not seen it that crowded in a long time.
Oh, wow.
But Sunday was, 75
Oh,
degrees?
it's
Something
crazy.
like
I think
that. It was
80. It hit 80.
80. It was absolutely beautiful. The other flea market opens this weekend, and of course it's supposed to be rainy and dreary, so I'll probably just go to the local one just because it's a 3-mile drive. Just drive down there, run around, say hi to everybody, and head on out. Did I go over to the bottle show, so saw Joe Losi, subscriber. He picked up some good stuff that I'm trying to buy off of him. You'll make money, Joe, sell it to me. Did pick up a bunch of stuff over there as well, though, so definitely watch next Monday, watch the haul video. Some really good stuff coming up in there, and I'm slowly starting to list it, so
cool.
that's always fun as well.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. We're working on something.
We are?
Yeah, what now? Liquidators.
Oh, there you go.
If I ever get enough employees to do it, sure.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention about the new listing tool on eBay, at least for me, defaults to GSP, the Global Shipping Program. And the real problem with that is in the old days, and this is what I mean about my not liking the way that it's set up. In the old days, you could go and you just click a box. Now you have to look for the area that it's at, and then you have to click on edit, and then you change the box. So it definitely is an extra step or two. They've kind of grouped everything together and added extra steps to it. So somehow or other...
I hate that. It takes it longer to list.
Yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
takes longer to list, and somehow or other
Time is money. Everyone needs a Caesar.
Yes, they do. Caesar
By
salad
the
as
way,
well.
my third one just came in.
Nice.
And guess what? The person that's going to use it, his scanner just broke.
Oh,
So, perfect timing.
that is perfect timing. But yeah, I wish the consultants that talk to eBay would explain to them that fewer clicks is better for listers.
Yeah.
Because I can get more items listed if you have it all right
Yeah,
there.
it's more
and
money
I-
for them.
Yeah,
Really,
and the way it was set up, I just clicked on certain things.
Yeah.
Uncheck that box, uncheck. Now I have to click over there, click edit,
Right.
and then uncheck a box. For some reason or other, they think it's better, so I don't know. Crazy on that over there. So a couple of other things over here. Customer issues I wanted to mention over there. One thing that I've noticed, and I'm wondering if anybody else out there has this problem, because Mr. Magazine definitely has a problem. Now, Papergoy does not have this problem very often. I'm gonna quit because I'm talking in third person.
Oh, exactly.
No, it's how many people get their items and still send and say that they didn't get them?
I don't know if it's them, because this whole pre-scanning thing from the post office. It's usually on the weekends too. I think they pre-scan stuff, and then to save time on Monday, maybe. I don't know if they got time Friday and Saturday. They pre-scan as delivered, because Monday's gonna be busy. Maybe they don't have time for it. I don't know, but I get these people so angry with me. And by the way, another person, their card didn't show up, a sports card. So it's ongoing thing with sports cards in the mail.
Yeah, we have
under $20.
We have a video coming out definitely where we revisit eBay standard envelopes, whether it's good or not good. So definitely do want to watch that. It's pretty good. So, well, here's another crazy thing. Now we all know that doing it wrong is actually enjoying a new tool when it's not buggy. The white space tool works well enough for me. Yeah, see, and my thought is, I've got it all down to where I knew where everything was, and I just click a box or uncheck a box, and I do this. You're adding extra keystrokes for me, and it slows me down because A, I knew where everything was, but B, I could solve my problem with one click, and now it takes two. So maybe I'll learn. I'm also dropping in a lot of the 1 minute videos. Oh, all right, yeah, because they do have videos now on
that's
eBay.
pretty cool.
So eBay uses AI, artificial intelligence, when they're helping you list things. So I listed a postcard for somewhere down near New York City. Get into it a little bit. A boxer retired down there, and he started basically a physical fitness training farm. Mm-hmm. You'd go out there, and you'd get in shape.
Yeah.
And so the card said Bill Brown's Training Farm. So I went and put that in the title. It's a postcard. Do you know what AI says that I should list it under?
No.
A postcard, of course. Transportation, because it's that transportation thing, because it's a train.
There you go.
Their AI has to learn that a training farm is not a train.
Right.
And that's where is.
You don't hear training farm very often, though.
No, you don't. But still,
training, I guess.
Yeah, but even training isn't a train.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Training is not a train.
Well, the trains, go past farms.
Oh, that's what the AI thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that why I have to click the capture all the time? Pick out the 4 rowboats. Who cares about a rowboat? But anyway, they're terrible at scanning those eBay standard envelopes. Yep, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely are on that.
Or they're easy to steal.
That's true too. They might disappear on the way. Yeah. Time for quick little another one of our favorite little segments, the insulting offer of the week. I've got 2, but one I'm going to be saving because it ties into the main topic tonight. But the other one is I've got this Ebony magazine from the 1970s.
Yeah.
Mr. Magazine, how much do Ebony magazines generally from the 1970s weigh?
The oversized ones?
Yeah.
2 pounds, right?
Yeah. Pound to 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Given that we try to be doing it right. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Not doing it wrong. Trying to do it right. We try to do it right on our shipping. How do we have to ship those?
Priority.
What is the minimum that a 1 to 2 pound item priority? They're too big to fit into
$8-9.
$8-9 bucks minimum.
Yeah.
Because they're too big to fit into a flat rate.
Right.
And if I'm shipping it to California, what am I paying? 14?
Yeah, maybe 12, 13, 14. Yeah, anywhere like that. Yeah.
And you know that Papergoy offers free shipping, correct?
We've heard that many times.
Free shipping. Shop now. So I've got free shipping. I'm going to say 4 offers on this magazine for $10 with free shipping. 4 different people have offered me this. This is like the insulting magazine of the month.
Well, it goes into that guy that was hounding me on the media mail, the rules. These people think they can get media mail for $4 and you're still making some money. I think that's the problem. They're used to some people shipping out big Life magazines for media mail price, and it's ridiculous.
It is, and 4 different people. This magazine keeps coming up with offers, and the offers are always $10. Yeah. And I'm saying I'm not going to sell it for $10.
Right.
Oh, who likes the new listing tool? He was so mad when he couldn't find the custom SKU field, though. All right. Oh, I definitely need that, given that I use that to list my inventory area. Wish they would add photos to standard shipping. Yep. For 1 minute videos, need to add #shorts and be vertical. You don't get the ad revenue. Yep, because we're all getting rich off ad revenue. Woohoo! I think we're making. What do we mean? Well, we always disclose everything. Yeah. I think in the month of April right now we are at. Wait for this. You don't even know how much money we're making this month. I don't know how much money we're making either.
A hay penny.
I think we're making a few hay pennies. We're making like $83 this month. So yeah, we're
okay.
Getting rich off this channel here. Woohoo! but that's that. Another couple of things. So a guy made a return on $1 Million Peddlers.
Wow, that's.
I
not
should
good.
have not accepted his offer. He made an offer that was low.
Mm-hmm.
I accepted it because I said, I'm into it right. I'm moving on out. It's nothing too special. It was a Tarzan comic book.
Yeah.
He emails me, please cancel this order. I said, okay. Before I was able to cancel the order, I get an email from him. Oh, don't cancel the order. I want it. I meant that for another seller.
Okay, good.
I said, okay. So I'm selling this item low price to start with. Not in the greatest of shape, but it's all, got pictures. I describe it.
Yeah.
Send it off. He gets it and he returns it because, I don't know, I didn't even bother to click through. I just said, why did I accept this idiot's offer in the first place? Because it was a little lower than I wanted in the first place.
Yeah.
Why didn't I ignore his email and just cancel it?
Right, yeah.
And then I got to relisted it. And
Usually, if it's a lot of money, I try to push it through and get the sale. Hopefully, they don't. But if it's under $10, who cares?
but guess where that gentleman ended up at?
We got it, BBL.
A couple of band bidders lists. Yeah, he ended up on both Papergoy and $1 Million Peddler because I said, "Come on, really? Come on, man."
I'm sure it wasn't a lot of money.
No, $6
Yeah.
plus shipping.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy on that over there. Then I got an offer from somebody or other. We got to find it in here. So they made me an offer on what was a curly tops is what it was, which is kind of creepy. It's the paper doll with real hair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a paper doll that's got hair on it.
Curly from the Three Stooges?
No,
he had no
curly
hair.
tops.
He had no hair.
It's curly tops. I don't know. It's curly tops. It's a paper doll that they put hair on. So whatever. So the person made me an offer on it. Now I didn't pay a lot for the item. I picked it up last year, so their offer was a fair offer. So I accepted it. But they wrote an email or a little message along with it. You know how people will say, free shipping,
Yeah, right.
or they'll say, I've been looking for this for a long time,
Right.
or hey, would you take this offer? They write
Yeah,
a little note in there. This person, their note, I'm going to change a little bit of it because I don't want to give away all their personal information, but here is what their message to me is. My last name is DeJones, and my baby is in med school to be a pediatrician. Thank you.
Okay.
Exactly. They're buying a paper doll, and they want me to know that their daughter is going to be a pediatrician.
Oh, they're going to use it for an example, maybe.
I don't know.
Wow.
It could be a complete non sequitur. I'm not really sure. I just said, sounds good.
Yeah. It's creepy.
There's a lot of people out there, aren't there? There's a lot of people out there. So in case you needed to know that, now you know. Oh, so have you set up Final Vinyl?
No, well, we kind of had it pre-set up. Is Final Vinyl the name we're going to use?
I don't know. But so you didn't set up another eBay store? Why not?
Well, it was going to be either MR-Vinyl or Final Vinyl, something with vinyl in it, or 45s or whatever. So we had it set up in Celebrate. We're ready to start pushing, and then you brought to my attention that if we start pushing the other store that I bought out, is on Celebrate, if we're going to push the records to this new eBay store, we might have the same problem that Random Neighborhood Kid had. So we did not do that yet. We have to call. We have not called yet.
And what would that problem be?
You only have 5 listings off the bat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. So
So when you had Viv's Views and all those other ones, you only had 5, or was that a different rule back then?
I think it was a little bit of a different rule back then, but I also was listing, those have been open for a couple of years now.
Yeah. So I was gonna have my manager call with her, but being that my computer guy's been out all week, there's, not that there's no point. We've just been busy doing other stuff. We're gonna get to it, and we'll have an answer next week for you. So, all right. Let's see.
How many buyers?
We got 300, 400, 500. We got a lot, at least, right? I mean, this has been going on 20 years, so we could have thousands at this point.
Well,
Wasn't there a cap at some
there
point?
was a cap of 300, and they raised that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably got about 400 as well, I would think, and I've got
Right.
probably 75 to 100. Well, probably 100 I have at this point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's a good question. Very good question. Thank you. Yeah, I don't even know what kind of hair it was. I think it said with real hair or something rather like, I don't even know. It was one of those 1950s things, and that's what it said. Proud parents will ever tell everyone how proud they are of their children. Sure. My mother's never said a word about me. It's very weird.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. A couple other things going on over here. So, I love a lot of things. I love my wife. I love buying low, selling high. I love you, man.
Oh, thanks,
there are a
buddy.
lot of different things that I love. But every morning, what do I love more than anything else?
Coffee.
A cup of Joe. Just give me a nice cup of Joe. So I went online and I bought, I use Keurig K-Cups because I find those to be very, very easy in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually doing, my wife likes a lot of the different Margaritaville flavors. So I ordered some of those, and a guy had them on at a reasonable price, so I made an order. You order things on eBay as well, correct?
Yep.
And you get that email that says your item has been delivered?
Yeah. I did have an issue, yeah.
Tell your issue.
Well, the one room in my basement that's not flooded, it's about...
The one that's not the indoor pool?
Yeah, it's about 3 inches above ground, so we turned it into a kind of a game room for my younger son, and he was away at Myrtle Beach, so we wanted to get it all done by the time he came back. And he came back, and where am I going with this? What are we talking about? I need another shot.
We're talking about delivered.
Oh, so I ordered a special carpet. So he's got a bunch of those arcade one-up games in there, and they're like scaled-down size of the big ones, and he loves Pac-Man and all that stuff. So I ordered one that had all the different games on there.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Centipede, just little logos or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep, it was delivered 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And I totally forgot he mentioned it when he was in Myrtle Beach, the rug come in. I said, well, let me check. Yes, but I don't have it. So I contacted the guy and I said, listen, my kid's been wanting this. What can I do about this? He goes, well, let me check. He goes, well, I got another one here. I'll send it to you.
Oh, wow.
I said, well, that's great. Do I owe you anything? No, don't worry about it. Well, the one came the next day, and the one he sent me never came to me. So we got it. But again, if I forget, if you don't check, what your purchases are, even with like supplies and stuff, we got a ton of purchases every day. If you don't check, who knows what comes in and doesn't come in. But yeah, it was for 2 weeks. It was delivered, and if I never thought of it, I would have been out $100. Yeah.
Well, and the reason I bring that up is because I got a note that delivered, the coffee got delivered. So I went downstairs. I was upstairs at the time, and I said I don't want to leave that out on the stoop all night long. Mm-hmm. So I got the message at whatever time, 5:30 at night. So I go downstairs and I look and I go, well, it's not here. I don't think they're going to deliver it tonight. They'll probably deliver it tomorrow.
Right.
So the next day it didn't come in. So I checked the tracking. Where do I live?
Culver.
What city?
Oh, Rochester.
Rochester, New York. Is Rochester, New York, Minnesota?
No.
It is not. So the item got delivered in Minnesota.
There's a Rochester, Minnesota?
No, it wasn't even Rochester. It was some other city in New York, in Minnesota.
Oh.
It showed delivered in Minnesota. So I put in a thing that said, hey, this has not arrived. And I made a little note saying, it shows delivered, but it shows delivered in Minnesota. I live in New York State.
Yeah.
They apologized. We're really sorry this happened. We're going to give you a refund. I said, oh, thank you. No problem. Yeah. So I went and ordered another thing of coffee because I wanted my coffee.
Same company?
A different one. I said, I don't know what happened.
Right. Yeah.
Guess what happened that afternoon?
It showed up?
It showed up. So I closed the case.
Yeah.
Guess what happened 2 days ago?
You got another one.
I got refunded.
Oh.
And now I can't repay them.
Yeah.
So I definitely will buy my next coffee from them at least, give them a little bit of business to make up for it. And I'm like, but I don't know why they refunded when I closed the case. The case is closed. It's been closed for 2 days, and then they still refunded. So I don't know what they were doing on that one over there. Do not know. I wanted to do a couple of more things before we get into the main part of the show.
Okay, were you ever a radio announcer?
No, I was not. No, I was not. Bad eBayers. Oh, wow, that's interesting. We can keep that a little bit busy. So, this is from Amazon. I had a listing ended for being overpriced. one of their pricing issues.
Yeah, I get those every day.
So this is a Life Magazine, April 11th, 1955. I got in trouble because one or more pricing related fields does not meet Amazon's marketplace fair pricing policy. Tip, potential high pricing error. Consider updating your prices using the provided reference prices.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a April 1955 Life Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum price expected 19 cents. Maximum price expected 30 cents. So Amazon wants me to list this magazine from 1955 somewhere between 19 to 30 cents.
There's so much wrong with this. I don't even know where to begin. But
Go ahead. It's your show.
Have you checked what other if there's really people selling it that cheap?
All I can think of,
Unless it's crazy shipping, but no.
all I can think of is somebody when they were listing it. You know how there's like, I think there's a spot in there where you can do like MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price, or somebody must have gone in there with the original cover price and put the original cover price in, so that their bots are reading this magazine is worth 30 cents because in 1955 it cost 30 cents.
Good luck explaining that to an Amazon.
Oh, yeah, the robots aren't listening. The phone person's not listening.
Well, the worst is I get these all the time, and say I have a comic or a magazine or a book, and it's like $6. The one that's lower. Yet, if you click on that listing, there's people selling it for more than me, but that's okay. So they get this all for more, but I had this all for less. It doesn't make any sense.
I was stunned that I'm not supposed to list this Life magazine for less than 19 cents or more than 30 cents.
Crazy.
Do you know what shipping they give me on that, by the way?
Oh, like $3,
$3.99. You know how much it would cost me to ship that magazine out?
It's garbage. It's terrible.
I would lose a fair amount of money doing that one. So just wanted you to know about that out there. A couple of other quick things, and then we're going to go into the main thing. So I want to thank everybody for liking the video, hit the like button and everything. When I began my whatnot journey, it was really interesting. They give you 15 minutes for onboarding. This guy talked faster than Joe Isuzu. He got me all through, including answering all of my questions in 14 minutes.
Wow. Perfect.
He goes, any other questions? I said, you got 30 seconds to spare. You did great.
Next.
Yeah, basically. That's what he does all day long. So hopefully you guys all join me. I will definitely be bringing it out when it gets a little bit closer. It's going to be Thursday, May 12th is going to be, once I get everything figured out, I'm going to be doing a weekly show over there. And as I showed, I've got so much inventory. Mr. Magazine has so much inventory. We can't possibly get it all listed. We buy right. We definitely want to pass the savings along to everybody else. We usually don't shill. We usually don't push things. We definitely would like you to come over because we think that there's a tremendous opportunity for you as well to make money off of us. And we're making money too. In full disclosure, we're not selling things at a loss.
True.
But if we can go and we can buy things, for pennies on a dollar and sell them to you for a dime on a dollar, we're still making money. We're leaving you a lot of meat on the bone.
Yeah.
So should be a lot of fun as we go on this journey. So definitely do join us on it. It should be a lot of fun. Mr. Magazine will be at some point getting on there as well. He's kind of, for once, I'm the guinea pig, and we will see how it all works.
So the U is not my favorite team. My kid plays in a travel baseball team where the coach played for University of Miami baseball, and then he played in the minor leagues. But so I just wear it because it matches some of the colors. But if I were to pick one, I'd say the Rock, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Bernie Kosar go there?
Yeah, he did go there. Yeah.
I'll go with Bernie Kosar, having grown up in Cleveland.
They had Warren Sapp. I think Warren Sapp. Yeah.
But grew up in Cleveland, I didn't care about Warren Sapp.
No. But
Nothing against Warren Sapp.
Yeah, the Rock, definitely the Rock.
Willis McGahee. All right, we're going to head on into the main topic today, which is how keywords can market your eBay items outside the box. And the reason why I thought this is because this is going to be a bonus twofer. I'm going to give you a second insulting offer of the week.
Okay. Knew that was coming.
So I had a gentleman. I went and I got a decent deal on Horse and Fair, I believe is the name of them. Something like that magazines. They're 1930s magazines about trotting, about horses, harness racing, essentially is what we would call it today. And I got a decent enough deal on 59 of them, and I put them all up, and I was asking $30 a piece on them. You don't see those things that often,
No.
and I put them up, and I said, hey,
I don't think I've ever had them. Maybe one if I'm lucky.
yeah, so I put them up. Well, this gentleman makes an offer, and he says, I would be interested in some, but your prices are crazy. They're worth 1/10 of what you're asking.
$3, huh?
He goes, if you're willing to take $3 a piece, don't choke over there, jeez. If you're willing
They
to
don't
take,
really think this stuff through. Like, what would you do? Oh, yes, let me jump on that.
he goes, if you're willing to take $3 a piece, I'll pay 15 of them. I'll take 15 of them of yours. I hope you didn't pay more than $1 a piece on them because they're not worth anything.
Can I tell you what I would say?
Go ahead.
I would say, give me a minute to think about it. I'm going to go to Walmart. They have this $1,000 TV. I want to see if they'll take $100 for it.
I said, well, thank you for the information. I left it at that. I have sold 3 of them for $20 to $30 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Why have I sold that? Well, this gentleman has told me that he collects harness horse magazines, and he's got 7,500 of them.
Wow.
Now, what I should have said,
You must have all of them in the world.
I should have said to him, I'll offer you $1 to $2 a piece on 7,500 of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you $15,000 to buy your whole collection.
Yeah, right. Yeah, why
That's
not?
all that it's worth.
Yeah, right.
Somehow I don't think he would sell. That being said, why do you think, and I don't think he's lying to me, I don't think he's trying to chintz out, I think that he truly believes they're worth $3 a piece.
And he could have bought some at garage sales. I know of an old friend of mine that used to get cards at a sports cards at a garage sale for $1 or $2, and if they're worth 10 or 20, he would think they're worth $1 or $2 because that's what he paid at the garage sale.
There are people like that out
right.
there. There are people like that out there. What I think happened is they're worth $3 a piece to people who collect harness horse items.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not marketing them to harness horse people. Something that I was completely unaware of until I got these magazines is, at least on the East Coast, not every podunk little town, but every podunk little region had a fairgrounds that they used to race horses at.
Yeah.
I'm selling this to the person from Clyde, New York, that says, wow, the Clyde horse races are in this issue, and there's
Right.
pictures of Clyde, and there's pictures of the old fairgrounds.
Sure.
If I were trying to sell it to the horse race people, guess how much I would get for it?
$3.
$3. If I go outside the box and I stop thinking about it as selling it to horse race people, I get $20 to $30
Yeah.
because I'm selling it to the people in Cicero, Illinois
Right.
that say, wow, that's my local fairgrounds. I want to buy this. This
Sure.
is local history. And I think back in the day, I don't think we did that often enough.
No.
I think we would think, well, geez, this is horse racing stuff, and it only goes for this, and we would have priced it at $8 to $10 a piece because
Right.
that's all horse racing stuff is worth.
Yep.
Not stepping back and saying, yeah, it might be horse racing stuff, but it's horse racing stuff for this specific area. The
Right.
local people are going to want to buy it.
Yeah.
If I took every one of those issues and I did what I would have done 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I listed the horses, let me ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot, and I realize harness horsing is different than thoroughbred horsing.
Obviously.
I want you to name as many thoroughbred horses as you can.
Is that like Secretariat?
Secretariat,
Yeah.
Seabiscuit,
Seabiscuit, yeah.
Man o' War, Affirmed?
Mr. Magazine.
Affirmed, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. 4, and if I really sat down and thought about it, maybe I could list 3 or 4 more because I do know a little bit about horse racing. I might be able to get to 10. The casual person.
Mr. Lucky. I'm
Oh.
sure they named one Mr. Lucky at some point.
Oh, what was Zippy,
Mr. Ed. Mr.
Zippy
Ed.
Chippy.
There you go.
Zippy Chippy.
Yeah.
the horse race people may know a few more than that, but I'm looking at the horse racing magazine, and if it doesn't have one of those names, who am I gonna list?
Right, yeah.
Every name is the same to me,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna just throw a couple of horses up there. Whereas if I think outside the box and I say, I don't want to sell this to the horse race
Right.
people because they only want to pay me $3. I want to sell this to the person that wants to collect
Yeah, absolutely.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania stuff,
Sure.
and I can get $20 to $30 out of it.
That makes sense.
And hopefully that does help you some. I wrote some other examples down we'll talk about in a minute. But don't get pigeonholed. Don't get locked into saying, well, this is a horse racing thing. I have to sell it for the horse content. You don't
Right.
have to.
Right.
You can sell it. You can market it to somebody else. And if you think outside the box on how you market it,
Right.
you can get $30.
When that guy made the offer, did you ask him if he was horsing around?
I did not. I should have.
Yeah,
Yes, you should have.
Of course you should have.
Thank you for writing. I sell all of my items at this price. I evaluate my prices once a year. To get down to $5 an issue will take me about 30 years. You're welcome to check back then.
Yeah,
Nice. Yep.
exactly.
A little aside. Back in Cleveland, there was a consignment store, and I'm sure it's not there anymore. You know what they did?
No.
They lowered their prices at the consignment store. They used different color tags, and they had the date written on them,
Mm-hmm.
by 5% a month.
Oh, wow.
So if it was 1 month old, you paid 95%
about
of
a
price.
year and a half
if
or
it were if it were 20 months old, guess how much it was? It was literally
Almost free, yeah.
No, it was literally free. I actually found an item in there one time, and I went up and I bought a couple of other items, and I had that. They scanned it, and I go, well, that's free. So literally, they gave away one of their people's consignments for free.
Wow.
But of course, you sign up and you know that.
Yeah, right.
You know it's going to be free.
You move it out. You never. Well, geez,
That's moving stuff
I should have
out.
done that with my. I wouldn't have a warehouse if I did that.
That's true. If you lowered your price by 5% every month, it was free. And we'd have a lot of things we'd be giving, shipping out for free to people over
Yeah.
there for sure. But yeah, it's crazy though on that over there.
All right, just in time.
Oh,
Just in time. Just in time.
Jeez. What do you write the material for Mr. Magazine? You subscribe to your thing? Yeah, and we have a mutual friend, and that's kind of what I wanted to get into. He always says, and he's absolutely right, and I did not realize this back in the day, because you and I tend to buy known commodities. We tend to buy Time magazines, and we know what a Time magazine
Right.
is. We
Sure.
tend to buy, at least back in the years past, we would buy True magazines. We would buy things that other people had.
Right.
And he said, anytime you're on a buy, step back for a minute and think about, why would somebody want to buy this from me? And whatever reason you come up with that somebody will want to buy, market it that way. Use those keywords. What
Yeah.
about it will sell it? And even in the common magazines, even in the Saturday Evening Post, we've shown in the Bolo videos before where I've sold items that other people haven't because I mentioned something nobody else did.
Right.
You do the research and you say, well, they're all saying the same thing. They're all saying what's on the cover. And I used to do the same thing, and
Yeah.
I know you've got at least one lister that does the same thing as well.
Most of them do that. Yeah.
Yeah, they go with the simple, which is what's on the cover. We're
Yeah.
going to list that. In fact, you sold some. What was the thing you sold the other day? That
Was spelled wrong. Tom
No.
Ellis.
go ahead, tell
Oh.
tell that story.
So it was my nephew. He's a lister, and he's been doing it a long time. And he's not a sports fan, so it was Tom Glavine, right?
Yeah, but
It was Tom, but the subtitle was like Tom Tells, and we had it for a few years. And I'm looking, and it sold. I just looked at the title, and it said Tom Ellis. I go, Tom Ellis, who the heck is Tom Ellis? And I'm looking. Then I look at the scroll down the picture. It's Tom Glavine, but he misspelled, or just one of those
yeah.
dyslexic moments.
But he used to do that as well, where he would say on these magazines, he would not dig any deeper. And there are magazines out there that you have to be very, very careful on the table of contents,
Right.
because their table of contents, I hate to say tries to suck you in, but it tries to suck you in with, the hottest show on Broadway.
Right.
Well, if you sit there and you list in your listing the hottest show in Broadway,
No one's searching on that.
however, if you go a little bit deeper and you see that, oh, it's Cats,
Right.
is Cats Broadway play will draw people in.
Right.
Hottest show on Broadway isn't going to draw people in.
Right.
And he was really bad. Nothing against him. I love him.
Well, I try to weed out things that I'm more concerned with getting more bang for my buck. The obscure stuff, or I'll give it to him and say use a table of contents. So if he does miss something, then they can see the second pictures in the table of contents.
Well, he was really bad at, and I'm not good at it because it's very tough to find something. A lot of those 1950s women's magazines, like the romantic type or True Confessions, it's like I couldn't believe my husband left me.
You're not going to find you're not going to find names in there. You're not going to see Rita Moreno in there. No, it's not going to happen.
And they don't give the authors' names either. Right. So then, in those cases, you got to find the most lurid story that you think you can get away with writing on there. My husband left me for a squirrel. That kind of deal, and you put it up. I would buy that magazine.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But then the other question comes in: who's searching on that?
True.
So those are tough magazines to list. But definitely think outside the box when you're listing. Again, I was not marketing them to the horse people because the horse people are used to paying $3 a piece for them. You market it to the people in the towns; they're willing to pay $20 to $30 of it because they don't have any of those.
Did you tell the guy that's horse?
I did not, but should he continue to? He's actually emailed me like 2 or 3 times congratulating me on selling them.
Oh, what a stalker! what a horse stalker! Can't trust them horse stalkers.
Putting stuff. Well, just in time. What we do, we started at the lowest that we'll accept. So I do the research, and if I think it's worth $30, I start my auction at $30. I will not start it at $1. That being said, on Whatnot. Shameless plug time. I am going to be selling the stuff way below value because I'm into it right. I don't care. Like I showed in the video, I've got all those comic books. I'm probably going to start those at $2 to $5 a piece. I don't care if it books at $8. I don't care if it books at $15. I don't care. I just want it gone. Mm-hmm. And the other big thing to anybody out there that's into comics, definitely do check it out. I don't follow the trends on the new stuff. It could have the first appearance of my left foot. I have no idea whatsoever. I'll sit there and I'll list it for, I'll put it up for $3 because I don't know. I don't care. It's not worth my time to look into it. I'm into it for 15 cents. I don't care. Hey, maybe you'll pick up a $100 comic book for $8 or something like that. Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to move it on out because it's been sitting on the porch and the wife's not so happy about that. Given that they've been out there since 2020.
Yeah.
It's time to move that stuff out. Remind me of the headline: Florida woman stabs husband with squirrel. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That is a very good one. What part of Cleveland are you from? In North Olmsted. Oh, I was Cleveland itself. It was 3 blocks from Parma. Real close to Brook Park, Broadview, if you know where that is. Charlie's Doghouse, I think, was the name of the tiny little restaurant, smallest restaurant I ever saw. It was like the size of this here.
Wow. A
little counter and a bunch of food. I don't know how the heck they ever did any business there. What was the New York Post headline? It was headless body and topless joint because they found a decapitated body in a strip joint. How do I find you and whatnot? I've not started yet. I will. I have to log in. I will be setting everything up this weekend. Right now it's DZJABA, D in my last name, but I want to get that changed to Papergoy. They told me that I should be able to do so. So definitely, I'll take everybody through the journey and make it nice and easy for everybody. May 12th is my first one, and then once I get on, Mr. Magazine will get on once he sees all the glitches that happen to me, and he'll go from there. Hopefully we're not doing Whatnot glitch of the week.
Jeez.
It'll be like some idiot sold a $200 comic for $8. That'll be the glitch of the week. But yeah, but that's the whole thing, though, and hopefully that reverberates with everybody. List outside the box. List things that other people are not listing. Mm-hmm. Use your store categories to kind of guide people into what these things are as well. Definitely, if you're selling ephemera, set up a store category for whatever your local area is. If you're in Michigan, set one up for Detroit. Set one up for the UP, the Upper Peninsula. Look how I act like I know about Michigan.
Good stuff.
And set one up for the rest of Michigan. Whatever. Set up your different areas. If I were selling in New York City, I'd set one up for each of the 5 boroughs. You're going to come across that stuff all the time, and people collect those areas. Mm-hmm. California, set one up for San Diego, Los Angeles, and so on. And you'll be amazed how often you find things, and you'll actually find yourself buying things just to fit into those categories, which will help sell other stuff.
Right. Yep.
So don't follow the crowd. Don't list what everybody else is, the way they're all listing, unless they're having success, because too many people sell those for $3. And years ago, I might have said to the guy, "Oh, geez, how about you give me $5 a piece on them?" Or I would have done $3 with combined shipping and would have gotten $50 off, and I would have said, "Well, I paid $1 a piece on them. I did make some money."
Right.
Now I'm standing fast to my prices because you're Mr. Magazine, and you've had maybe one of them forever.
Yeah. Right.
If Mr. Magazine's had one, for this gentleman they were common because he looks for them all the time and he's got other dealers in that stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
But to anybody else, they're not common at all.
Right.
Not at all. Tim C says, hit the like button. I could not agree more with that. All right, hopefully that helped you a little bit over there, and we're going to head on into the rambling story of the week. Do you have one this week? If not, I have one.
Besides my basement still flooding, no.
So I don't know if they still do this or not, but Embassy Suites. Have you ever stayed in Embassy Suites?
Probably not in a long time, but I'll probably have at some point.
Embassy Suites used to have, for their guests, a happy hour.
Oh, nice.
5 o'clock to 7 o'clock every evening, open bar, and food.
Wow.
Yeah. Went to a couple of different Embassy Suites because I'm a drunkard, and they had that all, there at a couple of different places. One thing that I found odd is you walked in and the check-in was right there, and then the bar and everything was down to the right.
Mm-hmm.
They never checked for proof that I was actually in a hotel.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking to myself, if I ever see an Embassy Suites, I could probably stop by there. They're giving away free booze.
If you're friends with any hobos.
There you are. But the one thing that I found really crazy, so if they're giving away free booze.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, is it unlimited? Like you can drink 5 shots? I mean, there has to be some level, not top shelf.
It's not top shelf.
Yeah.
It's rock gut.
Yeah. Not the stuff we do here before the show.
No,
certainly
no,
not.
certainly not that. It's rock gut.
Okay.
And there's a long line, and they'll give you one drink when you're
Right.
there, and you go through the line.
Yeah.
I stayed one time afterwards because I was waiting for a buddy of mine, and he showed up and buying drinks. Now, maybe these were a little better drinks than the free ones they were giving you,
Yeah.
but the drinks were $10 a drink. And this is going back 10 years ago.
Wow.
So what are they, $15, $18 a piece now?
Oh, yeah,
So
they
you're
have to
getting $8 to $10 drinks for free.
be. Yeah.
Do you know how many people tipped?
Not many.
20%.
Wow.
Now I'm throwing money down every time I'm going up there. I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm getting a $10 drink.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to tip every single time. Do you know what people were doing? So there's a line with 50 people in it, 40
my
people
God.
in it.
See,
Whatever.
that's not
It's a
worth
long
it for me.
line.
Now, what if you wanted to pay?
Nope.
You can't just go into up to the bar and pay.
Nope.
You had to stay in this line.
Yep, you're in that line. So
Wow.
you're in that line. We're there. They got the bar food and munchies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we're in this line. Nobody's tipping. I'm tipping every time. This line has got 40 people in it. I finally get up near the front. I hear these people, well, what do you have in wine? Well, I kind of like a sweeter wine. What do you... And I'm thinking to myself, lady, ask for a wine. If you don't like it,
Right.
you can get back
It's
in
free.
line.
Yeah, right.
It's free. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time.
Right.
If everybody went up and said, here's what I want, here's what I want, we all got through the line,
Yeah, yeah.
we could all be through the line 4 times, and at times it takes through one because everybody's like, well, I'm not sure what I want. Order anything. It doesn't matter.
Crazy.
Sorry, turned into
Yeah.
a rant of the
Yeah.
day on top of
Yeah.
that all. I just don't like to see inefficiency.
Exactly. Sure.
But, yeah, the category reorganization is a mini nightmare. There's so many things that they've done wrong. There really are. I hate to say it. I'm a fan of the site overall, but so many crazy things. What was the last thing you said to the lowball offer to horse magazines? He complimented me on selling them, and I said, oh, good, I sold another one. I think I've answered him 3 times saying, oh, sold another one. Oops, there goes another rubber tree. Oops,
Yeah.
there it goes. Was there a kiosk to check in with a scanner app? Oh, yeah. 10 years ago? I don't think there were scanner apps back then.
Jeez.
If I start a category and then end up listing a ton more in that category, I feel the need to break it up, but the category I choose might not be what people are looking for. Yeah, and then of course the problem is I have a couple of, and I think you probably have the same issue, where you've got some store categories that you've added newer ones to,
Yeah.
but it's not worth moving the old ones
Right.
out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I've got that as well. I used to have two different non-sports cards because for some reason I listed non-sport cards and non-sports cards.
Oh, nice.
And depending on which one I listened, finally
Yeah.
I said, what the heck am I doing?
Obviously, one's lots.
Oh, obviously. And I think I have magazine Saturday Evening Post, and then I have Saturday Evening Post. So I think that gets listed in one or two, and it's just
Right.
it's not worth my time fixing
No,
that
right.
on that.
When we add categories, we can't add them anymore. We used all 300, but we'll go to the lowest one, whatever that has 12 items in it, and we'll just rename that one.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, Just in Time. Fine bar with the table games. Last time I went to one of the bars with the table games, I don't like to brag a lot. I won $1.
Oh, nice.
Playing video poker, I won $1. That's
Jeez.
the way I roll. I didn't get any free drinks though, but I did win $1. Although you know something, that was a New York State sponsored one, and I think they have rules about free alcohol at the New York State ones.
Okay.
You see,
Sure.
look at it. We have delved. We are the only reselling show talking about New York State
Wow.
casino law.
Yeah.
People, you know how I feel about your story categories. Nice. There you go. That's how everybody feels about pretty much everything I say.
Oh, my ears. Yeah.
All right, everybody. We had a really good turnout today. Happy with everybody. We have a Monday haul video coming out, assuming Random Neighborhood Kid does his unpaid job and gets those edited. Should be a lot of fun. One other quick announcement. I got some big things going on with the channel, and Mr. Magazine says we do.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
And maybe I'm involved.
No.
No.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
You don't worry about that. I did pick up a GoPro. I did buy a GoPro.
Okay.
So I'm going to be using a GoPro when I'm out at sales because, and then I'll do the narrative over. I actually got a chest harness.
Wow.
So I can walk around with it like this because I'm not one of the people that's going to hold it up like this when I walk around. And I don't wear hats, so I'm not going to be sticking up my hat. So I'm going to wear it on a chest harness, like a magical.
You're gonna be all slouched over, like you're 80.
I walk like that anyway, so who's going to even notice? But yeah, I'm not that weak. I think I can carry a GoPro.
All right.
But yeah, so we should have some really good videos from some of the flea markets and things like that coming up once I figure out how to charge the GoPro. So it should be good. All right, everybody, hit the like button, and we will see you next week.
Take care. Bye-bye.